Fight rigging is back with a whole lot of new power. We are all familiar with the powerhouse that can be fight rigging, the crazy games, just by getting that hideaway 5, having a creature with 7 or more power, and playing a spell for free. In this new build of fight rigging, some of our targets are still the same. Etali is going to come back in because of all the free value it generates just by getting it as early as turn 3. That's right, turn 3. That's going to be possible with some of the new cards from the Lost Caverns of Ixalli. But before I get into how we're getting it, let's finish talking about some of our targets. Because also from Ixalan, we have the Trumpting Carnosaur. 6 mana 7/6 with trample, and when it enters in the battlefield, you discover 5. This is effectively acting like a new cascade. You can either cast a spell or you can put it into your hand, which is absolutely huge. If you get something you don't want to use, you can save it back for later. The Trumpeting Carnosaur also comes with a really nice ability that we can discard it that deal 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, giving us a good middle ground as a removal spell in a deck that frankly does need a little support in that way, because it does fold to aggro sometimes if you just don't have the removal to hit. One of our other key bombs we want to hit off fire rating is the Virtue of Persistence. In that same vein, this is a great early removal spell with the Lockwane Scorn, gaining some life and removing, a creature with 3 or less toughness. And as a 7-drop, it is going to be an enchantment that just lets you bring creatures back from either your graveyard or your opponent's, getting more value. So, recycling and reusing that Etali, getting more Etalis, right, for example. Now, how are we going to get fight rating off? We need creatures with power 7 or greater. We're going to do that in a couple different ways. Our dinosaurs are already huge, and we want to ramp into those huge even more. So we're going to be running in Ixalli's Lorekeeper. This is a 1-mana 1/1 that can tap our mana of any color. We can only spend this on dinosaur spells, which is why we play the dinosaur package in fight rigging. We can pair this with our Intrepid Paleontologist to add a mana of any color. And Paleontologist has a nice upside too. It is Graveyard Hate, which is very strong in this meta as we move forward, considering Descend is something that people are going to be doing, and certain Reanimator decks may be cropping up. So eliminating cards from graveyards, very strong. And if we happen to exile a graveyard, we can actually cast it from exile, which is very cool. I do love that. The big dinos that are going to get triggering our fire ring, well, the Pugnacious Hammerskull, a 3 mana 6/6. You gotta love that stat line. 3 mana 6/6. Not only is this a beater, but it is an auto include to finish fire rigging right away as soon as we play it. You can get a turn 2 Pugnacious Hammerskull, turn 3 fire rigging, and just combo right off. Otherwise, in our dinosaur slot, we do have the Hulking Raptor. Hulking Raptor, while it is not a 6-power creature, it is a 5/3 with Ward 2. The big benefit here, though, is at the beginning of the pre-combat main phase, adding 2 green. This lets you accelerate ahead, so even if you're not getting fire rigging on the board, you're going to be able to use that extra 2 mana to start playing out your larger drop creatures or spells. It effectively can have you playing 7-drop cards as early as turn 4 or 5, depending on how you've ramped with your Lorekeeper and your Paleontologist. We're going to then pair that with our Bonehoard Dracosaur, which is just a value on a stick. This is a 5 mana 5/5 flying first strike. At the beginning of upkeep, we're going to exile the top 2 cards of our library. We can play them this turn, right? If we get a land card, make a 3/1 dinosaur. If we get a non-land card, we create a treasure token. So we're either going to get a creature or a treasure token or both, which is great. So we get through the deck a bit more, find the spell we need, make a board state, pair that with some early game value of big creatures, and throw in the late game Etali and Virtue Persistence. And then the Carnosaur coming in to just find us any of our other dinos we want to blast the opponent away. Jund Fire Rigging gets to a whole new level with this build, and frankly, it's a Jurassically good time. I couldn't really think of a good pun. Let's go ahead and talk about the sideboard though. Right, if you're in the aggro matchup, coming in against mono red, maybe humans, Boros humans coming in here. Cut downs, very important to bring in, right? You just need that extra early game. So you're going to be packing in Virtues, your Carnosaurs, your Go for the Throats, and your cut downs. Very strong removal package to help take down aggressive decks. When we do get into the mid-range to control matchups, that is where Duress is going to be key to come in, as well as Terror Sunder. Any Planeswalker or heavy focus creature decks, that's where the end is going to be key. So in that domain, really going to try to target there. things are going a little bit more late game against a mid-range deck, we can substitute out Etali or the Trumpting Carnosaur and bring in a couple Breach the Multiverse to better target what the opponent is doing and disrupt their plan, adding to our own board state with this spell. And of course, back on the control plan, control doesn't like things that they can't counter, so we play in Tyrannix Rex. It's a great dinosaur, it's a great finisher piece, and it just straight up can't be countered, and we can again ramp into this on turn 5. So there you have it, that's Jund Fight Rigging, blasting in, getting all the free spells, and just finishing off with a very cool dino and dragon package. Dragonauts, please enjoy the games. I have goal to just like set in and like let's aim for like $2,000 in a night. Not to say that like certain groups and people cannot absolutely pull that off, but I have not done a ton of charity streams, and I wanted to start with something that would be like, okay, cool. That's where we're gonna start it. That's gonna be it. Let's work there. That is annoying about the invasion, but I guess I just plan the Restless back here and attack for 1. Oh boy. Oh cheers. Oh cheers. Well, they didn't get a land drop, so that's nice. We'll play in our Paleontologist. Like Zoink, Scoob. Always down for charity streams. Oh, I appreciate that, Squirrel. Honestly, charity streams are sure. I don't even know what I'm playing against here, but they missed a land drop, so that's cool. Cool, they missed a land drop again. Let's attempt to play in the Hulking Raptor, because this is a 5/3 with board. And we're going to say no attacks and pass the turn. So I already lost my mana door cards. And they have a Zephyr Sentinel anyways. Okay, well. Now the invasion goes down to 1. So that's like okay. It's not a defeated invasion, that's the big thing. We get 2 green mana here, which is really awesome. I think I'm going to play in the forest here, and I'm going to attempt to get rid of the Zephyr Sentinel. And we're going to go to play in the second Hulking Raptor. And let's push in 5 damage against the opponent here. MTG June is surprisingly terrible. I absolutely agree, Darth. I absolutely agree. Okay, so Azorius Flyers is kind of, or Azorius Flash, I guess is what we're up against. Maybe they're running like the Virtue, the White Virtue. Frankly though, I think we're just fine. I got a lot of mana here. Not much to do with it. I'm just gonna play in my land tapped here. Honestly, I don't really want them to keep gaining stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and... Is this into play untapped? We'll play in our Paleontologist. I could just cast the Virtue, but I don't think it gives me enough value right now. We're gonna send in 10 damage against the opponent here. We'll put them down to 4, and I'm gonna pass the turn. Yeah, you're excited for Chicago? Yo, JJ, honestly, big same. Big same. Chicago's gonna be amazing. You attacking with everything? I'm just gonna go ahead and Boseiju the enchantment now. They get a basic, but I'm not gonna be worried about the board anymore, and it's just kind of gone. So like, even if they have a Wandering Emperor in hand that they could like potentially flash in here, and I just have a butt ton of mana still. Goodness, these are disgusting. Hey, what's going on, Jazzy J? How you doing, bud? Good to see you today. Let's go ahead and attack in for 10 here, because our sweet old Raptors have board 2. Again, I'm just going to try to play around Wandering Emperor. That's the big thing here. Jazzy, welcome into our charity stream tonight, my friend. How you doing tonight? We are saying F to cancer tonight. Trying to raise $350 to fight against cancer. Sure. That's fine. Alright, you can flash in the Emperor, that's fine.
I am the Emperor of Kami.
Send in my donut, Jazzy. I super appreciate that. Hey, goodbye. Nailed it. We did. We got this. They have to make a 2-2 here. Oh, they're gonna exile and pay the ward on one of my raptors? But my raptor. Well, that's unfortunate. I liked my raptor. Quite a lot, actually. I think we're still just fine. What can I do? Exile target card from a graveyard. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm gonna grab... I like their Fairy Mastermind, frankly. Restless Cottage. Cottage isn't as great, but I have a lot of mana up, so I think I'm gonna go... Let's activate our Restless Ridgevine. And then activate our Restless Vents. No! Oh, it tapped incorrect. Well, it's fine. We got game one anyways. Going up against Azorius here, they do have something. So let's bring in the cutdowns. Let's bring in Duresses. F Cancer. Craig, what's going on, bud? How you doing tonight? Well, welcome in. I gotta remember to cut the Gulpa from this deck. We just are not using it, like, in the slightest. I do think we're gonna keep trying to just go for value, so I'm gonna cut the Italis. In this game, this is definitely going to be more low curve. Maybe I don't... Do I care about Duress? I guess with the invasion, I do. Let's cut a Raptor and a Hammerskull, and one Paleontologist. Maybe I can cut... I like having my removal, though. Actually hit our second milestone. $115 has just been hit, chat. That is amazing. So we are now at that second milestone that I had mentioned, whereby one free cancer screen is going to be provided to summon. Let's frickin' go, chat. Y'all are on fire. Let's play in the Intrepid Paleontologist here. Alchemy, Alluring Scoundrel is going to come in. That's perfectly fine, actually. The Invasion of Gobakon from the opponent here. I feel like they have to take the cut down. Alright, this just has to be the cut down? Because, like, then otherwise I just don't care about the invasion. Like, you do you, opponent, beat the invasion, and I'm just gonna play in the Raptor next turn? Yeah, I'm just gonna play in the Raptor here. Let's just frickin' go. Let's frickin' go, though. Also, thank you for getting a shout out to Jazzy J there, friends. Yeah, you beat your invasion there, opponent. That's totally fine with me. The Light Shield Array gonna come on in, buff up Malcolm to B3. Honestly, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna go to cast Fight Rigging. And we're gonna hopefully see a Trumpeting. We see a Duress and a Gopher. I do think I like the go for the throw. And then let's go and attempt for another Fight Rigging. This could be a big payoff for us. Unfortunately, it's not. We will take a Duress on this go. So not a bad payoff turn, chat. Not bad here. Double Fight Rigging. Gonna get to one of them is gonna trigger. And I'm gonna try to stack it for the Duress to be the one to trigger. So show me that Wandering Emperor, opponent, and let's get that disc. Virtual Loyalty is what they've got. Alright, that's fine. Is it double? Oh, it's very masterful. I don't care too much about that. Sentinel and an Otawara. All right. Let's go and just straight. We'll punch in for 7. Now that I know what we're dealing with the Otawara and Zephyr Sentinel, that does help. The Light Shield Array is going to hurt on this full-on attack, but I can also just use my Intrepid Paleontologist to block the 2/2 if they attempt to attack me. And they actually discard the Zephyr Sentinel. Going straight in for the Virtue of Loyalty. Alright. Yeah, that kind of makes my cut down a little bit dead, unfortunately. That is Depresso Espresso. But we're going to cast in our Hulking Raptor here. The cut down just doesn't have any targets, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and buff up our big ol' Raptor. And this is going to let us do the Go for the Throat on the Malcolm, force the sack on the Airy. And they are indestructible and stuff, so attacking in doesn't really do much here, unfortunately. That's a little bit of the downside. Werefox Bodyguard gonna come on in? Sure, what are you gonna target? Gonna pay the ward? Cool, goodbye. They still deal me a lot of damage here, though. And they just untap because of the Virtue. The big thing is, I do force blocks, but all they need to keep is Mastermind or Malcolm up. So maybe I can get something by cycling Takenuma. Oh, that is depressing. The best wildcard bait in this set. Wildcard bait dinosaurs are great, Ghost Boner. How you doing tonight, by the way? Welcome in. Alright, unfortunately, we're gonna lose game 2 here. But that's for something. I mean, something is something. Yup, we got it, opponent. That is gonna be game 2 in the opponent's favor. I just... not so great for us. I'm probably gonna cut the duress on this guy. I'll bring back in the Italis just so maybe we get like a big hitter. Otherwise, I could like still cut Etali and bring in back our big back fronts. You know, actually, this might just be a Rex game. Can't be countered and has trample and haste. Yeah, this might just be a Rex game. I'm gonna cut a Trumpting Carnosaur. We'll bring in 3 Rexes. Maybe I should have just brought in Rexes on that other game. That might have spelled a different story for us. Definitely grab the play. See the fight rating. Gotta go for the throat. And we got the Raptor. Let's frickin' go. We'll do in tap land first. Pass. Then we go Blackcleave and pass. Opponent plays a tap land and passes. Let's get in our fight rig in here. Fight wig all the top. There's a Trumpeting Carnosaur. Let's go. Love that for us. Grim Captain is the truth? I mean, fair. I've heard kind of decent things about the Grim Captain. I haven't personally tried it. Cathar Commando. Flashing in the Cathar Commando, eh? I mean, I guess I could just take a turn off, because I don't really want to lose my fight rating. I don't really want to lose the fight rating, honestly. And let's go into play our Hulking Raptor into play. The Ward 2 being the big bonus here. And we've got another Trumpting Carnosaur in hand that we can jam in next turn, get our Discover 5. So they're going to have to utilize a counter spell here, or at least maybe an answer on Fight Rating in the next turn or two to stop the slaughter. That's perfectly fine. Hey, what's going on, Caleb? How you doing, friend? Is this only sorcery speed? Yeah. That's unfortunate. It's only sorcery speed. But, oh well. How you doing tonight, Caleb? Welcome into our charity stream tonight, my friend. Hope you're keeping well. Great to see ya. Let's play this in. And I guess just go for the Trumpting Carnosaur. We're doing fight rigging right now, Caleb. We are doing fight rigging right now. I am going to try for the Carnosaur. And what do we win? We get an Intrepid Paleontologist. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. I am going to go ahead and hit this on my Hulking Raptor. Cut down on the top. That may actually have some value. Let's attack in for 6. I mean, if they're going to do anything to it, they have to pay around the wood. Got me intrigued. Yeah, it's Dinosaur Fight Rigging. There's Aaron and Giada that we're going to be able to cut down next turn. Yeah, honestly, Caleb, it really is. We went for a Jund build. We're definitely like world dinosaurs. We don't have like a large black dinosaur to jam in, I'd say, in the early games, but nonetheless, we're not doing terrible with it. We're 50-50. I just need to like refine the build, if you will. All right, let's attempt to cut down Aaron and Giada. I don't want to deal with it. Then let's cast in this fight rigging that was only 1 mana. And, ooh, a Hulking Raptor. I'm going to grab the Virtue of Persistence, I think. And we're going to buff up the Hulking Raptor here. And I'm going to use the Virtue of the -3 ability here, actually, to take out the potential blocker. Sure, so they are going to bounce it, that's fine. I lose the Virtue, but frankly, that's fine. Like, this is just a lot of damage. We force the block. They go down to 5, and I should have done this earlier. I'm going to cancel and pass the turn. Hamhock's list from early access? Oh, heck yeah. I didn't look at hams. I maybe should have. This is like my own take. Get another land. Get some mana here. Let's go ahead and use one of that on our Trumpting Carnosaur. Go for the throat. All right. I'm going to put it on our Steam Vents here. Werefox Bodyguard? Sure. That's fine. Discard a card and draw a card, which is sweet. Sure, Fairy Mastermind is fine. Go ahead and draw. I'm going to discard the Takiuma, actually. And then you're going to lose the Werefox Bodyguard as I get to discover 5. Let's go. There we go. Hey, what's going on? I mean, I shouldn't keep this hand. But I'm going to. I shouldn't. I get punished if this is aggressive. But I'm going to keep anyways. Alright, Tapland is a good sign. We love seeing Taplands. It might be Domain. If it's Domain, I stand a decent chance. Sweet, looks like it is. I see Galta and think of those Godzilla King Kong TikToks. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Invasion of Alara combo, maybe? They don't have... Well, they do have white. I'm going to play in the Hulking Raptor here. They discard a Herd Migration, sure. So they can't Sunfall me yet. But next turn, I could either like Trumpeting Carnosaur or I could double Fight Ring. And I think the answer is double Fight Rigging. Right? Like this is just the right answer. Your deck is so style. Yeah, Craig, I love my fancy decks. It's gotta be fancy. It's me. We'll grab a Trumpeting Carnosaur, and then we're gonna do it again. I'm a Jund player. I like my fancy, so I have a lot of special artworks in this deck. Do it again. They're definitely... This is the invasion version from the opponent. I definitely know that. I'll grab that Fight Rigging underneath. Sure. That's fine. Curious why they knew to take that one. No? Actually, I should grab the double green. I already have ways to make red. We'll punch them down to 15. I'm really curious why they took the first one. But, like, it's fine. Even if they get the invasion here, they don't, that's fine. Cool. You know what? I like a free... Let's play Etali. Etali's cool here. Cool, let's get a Cemetery Desecrator. I'll take the Desecrator. You're definitely in the invasion combo, so that's good to know. I'm going to eat your Herd Migration. I'm going to remove counters from your Rafine's Tower. And then I'm going to target my Hulking Raptor, and I'm going to get another Fight Ring. I'm going to grab a Bonehoard Dracosaur. You're a monster. Am I, though? Am I? I don't think I am. I'm just doing fair and balanced Magic the way Richard Garfield intended. Now, what'll be sad here is if this is a Sunfall. But it's not. It's only a Cemetery Desecrator. Let's go. Oh, we so got this game. I feel like they have to just hit Etali. But this is fine. You know why it's fine? Because I have a Trumpeting Carnosaur in hand. Actually, do I just win? Hold up. 4, 5, 6. I double up. I don't even need to cast the Trumpasaur. I should just be smart about this. Yeah, let's just be smart. We'll just play in the Bonehoard Dracosaur. And then we'll attack. And we're just going to show them we have lethal. Oh, no, I messed up. I lied. I missed lethal. Crap, it doesn't deal with the person. I messed up, chat. I messed up. It's fine. Alright, it's cool. It's cool. We'll exile their Desecrator. Alright, it's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna just play in the Paleontologist. I gotta save the Carnosaur in case they board clear, and I need a way to just end the game. But I should just win with my Restless Fence. There we go. Game 1. Let's go. Alright, we're gonna not bring in cut downs. I'm gonna bring in Duress. And actually bring in Breach the Multiverse, because Breach has some targets against the opponent, which is kind of funny. Aside from that, the end is okay, but not like super crazy. Yeah, it is, and it just works is the best thing. So we're gonna cut the Go for the Throat. I'm less concerned about creature removal in this when we're just trying to ramp ahead. We'll go down a Carnosaur and we'll cut into Etali. Actually, I might just cut a Virtue. And we'll bring back in the Trumpeting Carnosaur. No, we'll keep in 3 Etalis, because Etali stealing stuff from their deck is very strong, especially now when we can just get into Breach with Duress. So yeah, so we're not running creature removal this time around, which kind of feels weird. Arlie, thank you so much for that resubscription. Coming in for 9 months, my friend. That is a Twitch baby, my friend. Thank you so much. You're our 4th subscriber of the week. Welcome into our charity stream tonight. I hope you're doing well. Tonight we are saying F Cancer. So, pleasure to see you, Arlie. Thank you so much. And we're going to keep this hand. I kind of like this hand. Excuse me. Especially, chat, because I can go Duress. Aha! Alright, good to know. They don't have the invasion in hand. Might just be fine to actually get into the Etali. Like, Bonehoard gets some value kind of stuff. Turn 4. Let's just go Restless Vents and attack for 2. We'll cast in our Bonehoard Dracosaur next turn. That's fine. I'm fine with that. One Bonehoard Dracosaur, please. Thank you. Casting in the Bramble Familiar. Sure, sure. Oh, we exile the Fight Rigging. Ooh, that's big. Alright, let's cast in the Fight Rigging. And we'll get a Trumpting Carnosaur that I'm then going to play in with this Pugnacious Hammerskull. Yeah, because I want the Fight Rigging to get into the Carnosaur here. We'll play in the Blackcleave Cliffs, trigger this, put it on the Pugnacious Hammerskull, cast the Trumpeted Sword, get a Discover 5. That gets us another mana dork, which is fine. And we're gonna bump in for 5, getting the opponent down to 13. Sure, they cast in Atraxa, but this is their entire turn. And it doesn't leave them with a bunch of stuff. It's Alara trigger... not quite Ghost Spawner. Alara, like, if Alara resolves, it definitely can pose a problem, but like, it's not the end of the game for us entirely. Well, welcome in tonight. I hope you're doing good. Happy Thursday. I mean, this is just Etali. Etali into Fetch Quest? Let's frickin' go! Ooh, I could get a Fight Rigging? Ooh, that's juicy. That's so juicy. Into another Etali. Oh, this is so dirty. I'm gonna go ahead and duress the Leyline Binding away from the opponent's hand. Just FYI here. And the Bonehoard Dracosaur is actually going to get the triggers because it has Flying and First Strike. And we're going to cast this new Etali and get a Breach of the Multiverse and an Invasion of Alara. Oh my god. This is disgusting. Chat, we popping off here. Let me just cast another Fight Rigging. We just get an, yeah, another Etali is fine underneath. Yeah, let me just grab the opponent's Cemetery Desecrator, and I'll just grab another Etali. Cemetery Desecrator is going to trigger, and what's great is I can actually eat the opponent's Herd Migration to give the Atraxa the 0 hit here. We're gonna just cast the Duress. There's the Concede. Dragonos, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. It's always appreciated. Hopefully, you know, Jund Fight Rigging is gonna do some sweet work for you. And as always, keep believing. I'll catch you next time.